Today's section, I am going to discuss about various types of tariff method. Once we are generated the power, we need to fix the per unit cost. That is based upon the different consumer, domestic consumer, industrial consumer, commercial, municipal, and then irrigation load. We need to fix for the per unit cost. Here, the tariffs are classified based upon the consumers. It is classified for simple tariff, flat rate tariff, block rate tariff, two-pot tariff, maximum demand tariff, power factor tariff, and then three-part tariff. The tariff means the rate at which electrical energy is consumed to the consumer is called as tariff. That is, we need to fix for per unit cost. That is 1 kWh. One, the electrical energy that is represented in terms of kWh, that is the kilowatt hour. We need to fix the per unit cost that is represent for the tariff. But based upon the different types of consumers, the tariffs are classified for simple tariff, flat rate tariff, block rate tariff, two-part tariff, maximum demand tariff, power factor tariff. Another one is for the three-part tariff. Here the first one is simple tariff. In the name itself available, that is represent for the simple tariff. That is here the simple tariff means that is nothing but the uniform tariff. The another name of simple tariff is uniform tariff. For all the consumers, they are charged for same cost. All the consumers, they are charged for the same cost, that is represent for simple tariff or uniform tariff. That is all the consumers means considered for domestic consumer, industrial consumer, irrigation, municipal, so on, etc. For all the consumers, the tariff is fixed. That is represented for the simple tariff. That is the uniform tariff. For all the consumers, they are charged for the same cost. Suppose if the domestic consumer, the per month, they are consumed for 30 units. They are consumed for 30 units. And these consumers, they are paying for the same amount. And another one, the industrial consumer, another consumer, this is the first consumer, they are utilized on the particular month 30 units. On an average per day, they are consumed for 1 unit. They are used only one TV, one fan, and then light. The TV, they are utilized on an average in a day 6 to 7 hours, and the fan is also utilized for 8 to 10 hours, and the light, on an average, they are utilized for 12 hours in a day. But another consumers, they are utilized for refrigerator, AC, greaser, so on, etc. That the consumer, they consumes on an average, the second consumer is 120 units. 120 units. This consumer also, they are paying for the same charge. And another consumer, they are utilized for, they are used for utilization is maximum, they are consumed 210 units. This consumers is also, they are paid for the same tariff, that is represent for the simple tariff or uniform tariff. Again the same, in the simple tariff or uniform tariff, the industrial consumers is also pay for the same amount, that is the per unit cost. Suppose they are fixed for 1 rupee 80 paise, they are fixed for the cost is 1 rupee 80 paise or 2 rupee 50 paise or else the 4 rupee or else the 4 rupees. All the consumers, they are paying the same amount. This is represent for the simple tariff or uniform tariff. That is the simple or uniform tariff means if the charge per unit of electrical energy consumer is fixed, is known as simple or uniform tariff. It is not dependent for the number of units consumed. If they are utilized or not utilized, they need to pay the fixed amount. They need to pay the fixed amount. That is per month, they are fixed for either 180 rupees or 200 or 500 units. It is not depending for the number of units consumer, and it is not considered for the types of consumers. For all the consumers, they are charged for same amount. Here, the major advantages is the calculation is very, very simple. Just they are the EB person, they enter, just they are enter into the service number of units consumer and number of units already previously utilized. Difference we are getting for total number of units in the particular month. But here already they are the simple tariff, that is already the electrical energy is fixed. Already they are kept for the certain amount. That is the monthly they will be fixed for certain amount. That is one method. Another method, the per unit they will be fixed. That is either 1 rupee 80 paise or 2 rupee 50 paise or 4 rupees for all the consumers. That is, if you utilize 30 units or 100 units or 150 or 500 units on a particular month, the rate is same. The rate is same. That is, the advantages is the calculation is very, very simple, and any person they can easily understand. Any person can easily calculate it. How many number of units utilized on the particular month, how much we need to pay to the electricity board. The calculation is simple and understanding is also very, very easy. Here the drawback is, for all the consumers we are charging the same cost, means that is the low power utilization consumer, that is domestical consumer, they are not fair. They are not fair. But the industrial consumers they are benefit, that is the large utilization consumers they are benefited. That is, if they are utilized for 200 units per month or 300 units per month, they are paying less amount, they are benefited. But here the drawback is the electricity board, that is we need to, in the tariff the condition is we need to recover all the expenses from the consumer plus the little bit of earning. Little bit of earning. Again, the cost is considered for fixed cost, semi fixed cost, and then variable cost. Here what are the parameter we need to consider? That is the capital cost of power plant or capital cost of the generating station plus the fuel cost plus salary and wages of the employee. Salary and wages of the employee, that is different types of workers in the power plant, and maintenance and then operating cost of the power plant. Maintenance and operating cost of the power plant, and the capital cost of transmission and then distribution line. Capital cost of transmission and then distribution line, and operating cost of transmission and then distribution line. Again the salary wages in the transmission as well as for the distribution. The substation n number of persons are working, the transmission line, so on, etc. And the distribution utility side, the maintenance is there. We need to consider this all the parameter. This all the parameter divided by number of units generated for that period, that is on the day or on that week or for the duration month. But the tariff we are calculated on an average yearly once, that is per annum. Approximately on an average we are considered, based upon the season, summer as well as for the winter season. In summer season obviously the power requirement is more. After that we are fixed for the per unit cost, that is per unit on an average the general cost is comes under for 2 rupee 50 paise to 4 rupee. This is example, 2 rupee 50 paise to 4 rupees. Plus here in the condition the tariff is we need to consider all the investment plus the small amount of the earning. Here once we are calculated, the per unit cost is comes under in between 2.5 to 4 rupee. Again this we are considered the different types of splitted into different types of consumers. For domestical consumer we are charging one cost, for industrial consumer we are charging one cost, and irrigation the commercial, so on, etc. Here the bulk amount of the big consumers, they are in this simple tariff they are benefited, but the small consumers they are not benefited because they are charging, they are utilized the huge amount of the electricity, but they are paying less amount. Due to that the electricity board is the loser. This simple type of tariff, it is applicable only for the small consumers. It is not applicable for industrial consumers. And one more thing, this simple tariff is applicable only for the rural background. They are utilized on an average in a month 25 to 30 unit or less than 50 unit. For the particular places the simple tariff is applicable. The next one, flat rate tariff. In flat rate tariff they are considered if the different types of the consumers are charged at different rate per unit consumed is known as flat rate tariff. Here in this the flat rate they are split into various types of consumers. That is, the domestical consumer is different, industrial consumer, and then municipal load. Again, in the industrial, it is split into three types. One is for small scale industry, medium scale industry, and another one is for the large scale industry. Large scale industry. For small scale industry, that is up to 50 kilowatt, that is in between 50 to 100 kilowatt, the power utilization is nothing but the small scale industry. In medium scale industry, there is 100 to 500 kilowatt. In large scale industry, that is large scale consumer, greater than 500 kilowatt, they are considered for the industrial consumer. In flat rate tariff, they are split into different types of consumers. They are fixed for different costs. They are fixed for different costs. Suppose domestical consumer, they are charged 2 rupee 50 paise. They are charged 2 rupee 50 paise. And industrial consumer, they are charged for, that is the small scale industry, they are charged for 4 rupees. In medium scale industry, they are charged for 6 rupees per unit. And large scale industries, they are charged for the 8 rupee per unit. And the municipal load, they are fixed for, that is 1 rupee 80 paise per unit. 1 rupee 80 paise per unit. Like that, they are fixed. And here, the advantages is the calculation is easy. And for understanding purpose is also simple. But the drawback is we need to identify and segregate into differently. The segregate into separate. That is domestical consumer, we can segregate separate. And industrial consumer, we need to segregate it. And municipal load, irrigation load, so on, etc. That is, the splitting of the consumer is somewhat difficult. Splitting of the consumer is somewhat difficult. Here, all the consumers are benefited. All the consumers are benefited. How much the power utilized based upon the thing they are charged. Now, here the industrial consumer and the domestical consumers all are satisfied, and the power utilization is also there. And in electricity board, they are having the clear-cut idea how much they earning from the industrial consumers and domestical consumers. And domestical consumers, again, it is split into two things. One is for the single phase supply, another one is for the three phase supply. In single phase supply, the tariff is different, and three phase supply, the tariff is different. Three phase supply, the tariff is different. That is the flat rate tariff. The different types of consumers, they are separate, they are segregated into different blocks. Again, they are charging for different rates. They are charging for different rates. And next, the third one is block rate tariff. Block rate tariff. That is, in block rate tariff, they are split into different blocks. They are split into different blocks. That is, different types of consumers are there. They are charged at the specific rate. They are charged at specific rate. If more number of the huge amount of the electricity is required, again that is split into different block. The split into different block. Here, the succeeding block, if huge amount of the electricity is utilized, means at that time, the huge amount of the electricity is utilized, means at the time, the cost is minimized. The cost is minimized. This is applicable. This is applicable only for. This is applicable only for industrial consumer. It is not applicable for the domestical consumer. It is applicable only for the industrial consumers. Now, for example, you can take one the medium scale industry or large scale industry is there. Medium scale industry or large scale industry is there. In a month, that is on an average, the industry, it is not based upon the season, it is not based upon the climate condition. Almost all the industry is running for throughout the year on an average the same amount of energy consumption. The number of units equal. For example, you can take in a 1 month, they are consumed for 2,380 units. That is 3,280 units. Here they are splitted into different blocks. Splitted into different blocks. That is the first 500 units. The first 500 units, they are charged for 6 rupees. They are charged for 6 rupees. And 5012, 1500 unit, 5012, 1500 unit, they are charging for 5 rupee 30 paise. 5 rupee 30 paise. This is I am given for the example. And 1501 to 2000 unit, they are charged for 4 rupee 80 paise. 4 rupee 80 paise. and greater than the 2000 unit, that is they are utilized for either 2500, 3000 or 3500 units, that is greater than 2000 unit, they are charging only 4 rupees. They are charging only 4 rupees. That is up to they can utilize n number of units greater than 2000 unit, that is either 3000, 3500 or 4000. 4500 they are charging only for the 4 units. That is in block rate tariff, they are charged for the specific rate at the succeeding block of energy, and charged progressively reduced rate is called block rate tariff. If they are fixed for the some amount of the block, that is the first 500 units, they are charged for the 6 rupees. If they are succeeded, they are utilized for more amount of the energy, that is 501 to 1500 units, they are charged only 5 rupee 30 paise. And 501 to 2000 units, they are charged only 4 rupee 80 paise. Here, how they are calculated means, that is the first 500 unit into 6 rupees. This is one block, plus the remaining how many units are utilized? 501 to 1500. The next 1000 units, they are charging for 5 rupee 30 paise. But how much they are utilized? 2380. Again they are utilized, they are go for the third block. And third block how much? 501 to 2000. Here 2380. Again that is next 500 unit, they are charging for 4 rupee 80 paise. 4 rupee 80 paise. The next greater than 200 units, here 2380. The next 380 units, they are charging for 4 rupee. If you are calculating, this is the particular industry consumer, they need to pay for the electricity bill. In this, the block rate tariff, it is applicable only for the industrial consumer, that is medium as well as for the large scale industry. It is not applicable for the low power utilization, low power consumption. It is applicable only for the high power utilization, that is medium as well as for the large scale industry. This is applicable only for industrial consumers. You can see here, that is the succeeded block, the first block 1, block 2, block 3. The first block they are charged for the 1 rate, and the second block again it is the cost is minimized, and third block again the cost is reduced. The x-axis we are taken for the number of units consumed. If the succeeded block, that is the power utilization is minimized. The next, the fourth one is two-part tariff. In the name itself available, they are considered for the two parameter, that is two-part tariff. Here, what are the parameters they are considered means? The first one they are considered for the maximum demand. The second one they are consumed for the number of units utilized. The second one they are used for the number of units utilized. That is, in two-part tariff, they are considered for the two parameter. In the particular, the consumers, how much they are taken for the maximum demand. That is the nothing but the EB service they are taken, how much the demand, they are calculated. This is also applicable only for the industrial consumer. It is not applicable for domestical as well as for the irrigation load. It is applicable only for industrial consumers. That is the two parameters they are considered. The first one, how much they are taken for the maximum demand. The second one, number of units utilized, number of units utilized. For maximum demand, suppose they are taken for 500 kilowatt, 500 kilowatt, or else suppose the industry is taken for the 1000 kilowatt. They are charging this one. If they are consumed or not consumed, if they are utilized the power on the particular period, that is on the month or 10 days or 15 days or 60 days, if they are utilized or not utilized, they need to pay for the maximum demand amount plus number of units utilized. Number of units utilized. Here their consumer are used either 500 unit, 1000, 1500, 3000, 5000 unit. They are paying same amount. They are paying same amount. That is already they are fixed. The per unit cost is 5 rupee or 4 rupee. It is not considered for the high number of units. If the consumers are utilized either 500 unit or 1000 or 5000 unit, they are paying for same amount. This is one. This is applicable only for the large power utilization, that is a large scale industry. This is also considered for the industrial consumer. That is two-part tariff, in the name itself available, considered for the two parameter. One is for the maximum demand, another one is for the number of units consumed. The maximum demand means already they are taken for the load demand. How much is there? Either 500 kilowatt or 1000 kilowatt. In this 1000 kilowatt, they are fixed for the tariff. This much of the demand we need to pay for 15 days or 30 days. This much cost. For example, you can take for maximum demand, they are taken for the 1000 kilowatt. For example, they are pay for the maximum demand for 30 days is 2200 rupees. Plus, they are utilized 1540 units. The per unit, the cost they are fixed for 5 rupees. This is comes under for the two-part tariff. Suppose the consumers are utilized 210 units, 2010 units. This cost is fixed 2200. They need to pay for the remaining. Suppose the consumers utilized only 100 units. At that time also, the maximum demand 2200 plus 100 units into 5 rupees. 100 rupees into 5 rupees. If we are utilized the electricity or we are not utilized the electricity, we need to pay for the maximum demand tariff. And one more thing, suppose unfortunately the industry is shut down for 1 month. The industry is shut down for 1 month. That is 2200. This is comes under for the maximum demand tariff plus number of units utilized is 0. The per unit cost is 5. This is comes under for the 0. This is comes under for 0. But they need to pay for the maximum demand tariff amount. That is 2200. And the next one, maximum demand tariff. In the name itself available, that is nothing but the maximum demand tariff. In maximum demand tariff, it is similar to the two-pot tariff. That is, they are considered for the two parameter. One is for the maximum demand, another one is for the number of units utilized. What are the drawback in the two-pot tariff that overcome in the maximum demand tariff? What is the drawback in the two-pot tariff? If the consumer they are utilized the electricity, if they are not utilized, even though they need to pay for the maximum demand amount, that the overcome in the maximum demand tariff. Here they are fixed for the maximum demand, that is the measuring instrument, installing the how much they are utilized. Suppose they are consumed, the maximum demand is 500 kilowatt. 500 kilowatt. On the particular month, they are consumed only for 270. That is the maximum load. 270 kilowatt, the maximum load. That is nothing but the peak load. In a month, for example, you can take day 1, day 2, day 3, so on up to day 30. The first day, the load they are utilized for 120 kilowatt. The second day, they are utilized for 120 kilowatt. On fourth day, they are utilized for 210 kilowatt. Again, the next sixth day, they are utilized only 90 kilowatt. 90 kilowatt. But on 20th day, they are utilized for 268 kilowatt. And 30th day, they are utilized for the 270 kilowatt. 270 kilowatts. In our home appliances also, this we can measure for clearly. At present, all we are having digital meter. Previously, energy meter is available for analog meter, but at present it is available for the digital meter. In the digital meter, clearly it indicates number of units consumed. That is number of units consumed. Suppose 1280 units consumed. That is kWh. kWh. This is represent for the number of units utilized, and the demand, it is represented in terms of kilowatt. You can observe in your home appliances also, in energy meter, the two parameter is display. The how much in the energy meter, that is 250 kilowatt, are based upon the consumption. But in our home appliances, we are observing this is either 540 or 580 or 720 or 1240. That is less than the 2 kilowatt. We are using home appliances less than the 2 kilowatt. In the energy meter, clearly it is indicated 1280 kWh, and this is number of units energy consumed, and the demand, that is represent for the 250 kilowatt. If the month is over, that is 30 days, the next month is coming, automatically the midnight, the 12 o'clock is, that is 12 a.m. That is in the month 30 days. The next month, the first is coming, automatically it is resetted. Automatically it is resetted to 0. Again, based upon the utilization, either 50 kilowatt or 70 kilowatt or 90 kilowatt. One day we are going for the maximum, that is 268. Next day we are using lower value also. It is displayed 268 kilowatt. It is taken for the peak value. That is, in this the maximum demand meter, the maximum demand clearly indicates how much we are consumed. We need to pay that much of the amount. Previous case, that is 2-port tariff, how much we are connected, the maximum demand, we need to pay that cost. But here we are connected the load, the maximum demand is 500 kilowatt, even though we are utilized for on the particular month 270 kilowatt. We are paying only 270 kilowatt, the maximum demand, plus the number of units utilized. Suppose unfortunately for 15 days we are shut down for the industry, or 30 days we are shut down for the industry. At the time, the maximum demand is only light load. They are used for the in industry only for the light load, that is pumping the water in the borewell and for lighting purpose inside the industry. The maximum on an average, how much they are utilized? That is less than 100 kilowatt, At that time, the consumers are benefited. They are only paying for the 100 kilowatt, the maximum demand, plus number of units utilized. If we are not utilized the energy, the maximum demand indicates 0. Whenever we are consumed, at that time, the maximum demand is, the load is increased. This is the advantages of the maximum demand tariff. This is also applicable only for the industrial consumer. It is not applicable for the domestical consumers. The next one, the power factor tariff. Some of the industries are available. It is operating based upon the power factor. The cosine of angle between voltage and current is called as the power factor. Voltage and current is nothing but the power factor. It is represented for the pi. That is the cosine of angle between, that is the cos inverse of voltage and current. Generally, for theoretically we are studying for the unity power factor, that is the 1. But the practically we are getting 0.92, 0.92, 0.99 or 0.98. Whenever we are decreasing the 0.9. Suppose if you are getting 0.9 means that is going for the lagging power factor. Due to that, a number of problems arises in the transmission line, distribution line, as well as for the consumers. Here, few of the industrial consumers, they are based upon the power factor. In that industry, they will be fixed for the power factor meter. In that, the power factor meter recording the what is the power factor in the during period. Whenever the power factor is below 0.9, automatically it's considered in the energy bill adding the penalty amount. Penalty, that is nothing but additional charge. This is also applicable for the industrial consumer, but in the maximum demand tariff, in power factor tariff, the drawback is we need to kept the additional meter. Here the maximum demand meter is we need to fix it. Here we need to fix for the power factor meter. And the last one is 3-part tariff. In the name is indicated, the 3 parameter is there. What are the 3 parameter? Splitted into the maximum demand, that is the total charge maybe from the consumer split into 3 parameter. The consumers are split into 3 parameter. That is, they're taken for the one is nothing but the maximum demand. It is represent for kW, and number of units consumed, that is represent for the kWh. Another one, this is represent for the fixed charge. A is represent for the fixed charge, B is represent for the maximum demand, and C is nothing but the number of units consumed. The fixed charge means if the consumers utilize the electricity, not utilize the electricity, they are kept for certain amount, the fixed charge. Suppose this is also applicable only for the industrial consumer. The fixed charge on a month, they are kept for the 3,000 rupees. If the consumers is utilize the electricity, if they are not utilize the electricity, they need to pay for the fixed charge plus maximum demand plus maximum demand. That is the maximum demand. For example, we can take 5,000 kilowatt plus the number of units utilized. They are utilized for either 2,000 units. 2,000 units into the per unit cost is 6 rupees. The per unit cost 6 rupees. In the 3-port tariff, the 3 parameters are: one is for the fixed cost, the second one is the maximum demand, third one number of units utilized. The maximum demand is represented in terms of kilowatt. The units consumed is represented for kilowatt hour. Yes. For summary, today we are discussed about the types of tariff. It's classified for 7 types: simple tariff, flat rate tariff, block rate, two-part, maximum demand, power factor, and then three-part tariff. Simple and then flat rate tariff is applicable for the domestic purpose, irrigation, municipal load, and then agriculture. The block rate, two-part, maximum demand, power factor, and three-part tariff is only applicable for the industrial consumer. Industrial consumer. It is not applicable for the domestical, irrigation, and then municipal load. It is applicable for simple tariff and then flat rate tariff. But at present, we are preferred for the flat rate tariff. The simple tariff we are not considered. In flat rate tariff, they are considered for the different category. For agriculture purpose, we are charging for separate amount. For domestic load, we are separating for different amount. For irrigation load, municipal load. But in the block rate, two-part, maximum demand, power factor, three-part tariff, based upon the industry, that is small scale, medium scale, and then large scale industry. There, the power requirement, the energy consumption, based upon the thing, they will be go for in that any of the method. These 5, that is the block rate, two-part, maximum demand, and then power factor, three-part tariff is applicable only for the industrial consumers.